Good evening, everyone. Thank you for watching today. Now, as I understand, uh, I've also allowed you to, uh, you know, access the recording. So you are live or you are watching. Both is equally good, but it is an interactive session. The rule of the game is you have to put it in the chat, and whether you are able to um, whatever questions you have during interaction. This is a orientation session, basically for all those people who are number one, who enrolled while watching the advertisement in the Instagram or Facebook. They enrolled for the GS Foundation plan. And second, it is about people who want to know more about UPSC Civil Service Examination. They have little bit awareness or more of information from internet, and the session is towards orienting to that. So I have received multiple queries, multiple questions, and however the queries or the thing has come, uh, the intention is very common that many of you are not aware about the exam, and many of you have lot of challenges, which can be gone through a self introspection. So today's session I have named it as "Start Strong and Stay Consistent." And we'll be talking about the entire UPSC thing. Why this webinar? Basically, this is for people or freshers who, due to lot of information available in the website, online, in the YouTube, and also a lot of people around, they feel lost. Actually, what exactly is it all about? And vast syllabus, the most of the time it is all fear that is being induced. This is the toughest exam. This if you become IAS, this will happen, that will happen. So these kind of things which keeps on making you feel whether I am there in the path, I'm not able to study, or self pity. Many things happens like that. This is also for all the repeaters who are feeling stuck, because once you start attempting UPSC exam, you actually enter into a loop. What is the loop? You give the exam, you fail the prelims, and then you think that no, I just missed it by this thing. I should be preparing it again. Now that you know that you what you have to study and things like that, you again give it your best, and then try to give the exam all the dedication for 1.5 years again. Maybe prelims happens, and then you write mains again. Things become shortened because the prelims preparation approach is different and mains approach is different. So where you experience it again and again, come down. Sometimes other time you go to the interview. In the interview there is a challenge again. You feel like now preparation was easy, interview is tough. Like that, the loop happens. The interview result is not there until the 1 week before the prelims exam. So any which way, you feel like you have to give this exam. So the loop keeps on continuing until unless you see yourself in the final list, or mentally you feel very bogged down as the result has never come the way you wanted to. Then, apart from that, this is also for the people who are doing self study, who are doing at their home. They need guidance. They find that although there is a whole lot of information available, but something which can be consumed by in a personalized manner, somebody who can understand them, more of personalized one-on-one kind of a session. For them also, this session is, as I am a mentor. Now, a little bit about myself. Uh, Before you know why we are doing the session, whom we are with. So I qualified for this exam in 2008, and I have been exceptionally performance in essay and geography optional. That time, during my era, at that time, four attempts were there for general categories, and we had two optional paper, public administration and geography. So I had taken these two, and then also after my, because service allocation couldn't happen due to various government norms, I then after my stint with little other area, I uh, kind of wanted to contribute back in giving to the students. So I became a faculty with IS Gurukul, which is a Delhi-based organization. And then I was a valued contributor in Vision IS as a test series maker and paper evaluator. And then I took up the challenge of more becoming a career change maker and employability expert, and has been dedicated towards making India youth employable. As far as my government career stint is there, I was a Group A officer with the Ministry of Labor and Employment, Government of India, and then I was with a strategy manager with the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship under its Skill India initiative of National Skill Development Corporation. And I was also with industry interaction or for the industry engagement as a project manager with the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry FICCI India. So I have had my career towards building the roadmap for young youth towards a more employable or more employability. And it's not just a matter of a government setup or government exam. Life is beyond that, and how even if we understand that people want to aspire for government examinations and the top post in government, but then as the numbers are less, the talent is very high, competition is very high. Still, there are a lot of opportunities outside as well. So I kind of take care of the roadmap. But first and foremost, coming to this point, UPSC Civil Service Examination today is what is your dream all about, and you want to give it your best, and that's why I have started this initiative, and this is more towards self-study initiative. This is not a coaching classes. I've named it as Elevate IS to elevate your performance as per the IS examination, and it is completely online. There is no physical session or physical classes as of now, and this is not a coaching institute. If you have a lot of people have been questioning me, classes कब से होंगी, क्या कैसे होगा? See, classes तो आपको I will tell you how the foundation plan works and how it works, how it is going to impact your self study, and uh, then we will talk more about it. So this is about me. So it is not that you are just some randomly trying to be an expert over here. I am somebody who's walked the path, have qualified, and I do not endorse any of my students. I have been in this industry for last 15 years as a mentor, and every year 3 to 4 aspirants get their name in the final list. Most of the time my mentoring is all towards interview time, and when it comes to preparation of questions and this thing, it has this is the recent phenomena which I've taken in charge since last 2 years. So I would like to welcome all the aspirants. I'm sure many of you who are watching today are either beginner, absolutely fresh. They are in the college. They have 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years of like college education remaining, and they have a target. And there are people who are repeaters who have given this exam, has taken the taste of the exam, and felt how it has, how however their preparation was, where do they stand. They've had an first-hand exposure. In fact, they can also mentor new freshers. Then there are working professionals who have, after their like career start, they believe that, why don't we try civil services once, and they want to practice it. They want to try it, give it their shot, and they are trying to balance their working professional duties with civil services aspiration, preparing for it. And then I'm sure there would be people who would be like struggling with spending their time entirely over here, and they're now at the verge of last attempt or second last attempt, and they might themselves be teaching or being a part of this industry. But yes, always the hope stays that what should I do more that I can get qualified? So there will be that's a lot of people also here. So welcome all. The whole purpose today is that I want to give a the outcome of today's session should be that you while you go back, while you end the session, you should feel directional enough in your self way that how what you have to go tomorrow morning and how you are going to start your day. And exactly that clarity, if we are able to achieve in today's session, that is enough. It is a by surveys of many of the Harvard and uh, that they say that the attention span today is not more than 10 minutes. In fact, I feel 30 seconds because we all watch reels and things like that. So maximum 30 second is where your attention span will be. Again, my voice is pretty bad. I'm not really that great good looking as well that you can keep on focusing on the thing. Even the screen slides are a little boring, it's not colorful as such. But let me tell you one thing. All of these things doesn't matter. We are here not for a cosmetic session. We are here for absolutely valuable session on the clarity of clutter which you have of the UPSC Civil Service Examination information. In the same regard, if you have any doubt, I am speaking in English because I've had this queries coming from Pan India. You can see all the queries which have come for this registration from Nalagonda, Roorkee, Tiruvannamalai, Tirupur, Tenkasi, Chennai, Kolkata, Srirampur, Kolkata, Mirialaguda, Nagercoil, Dehradun, Savanur, Sri Dundagar, then Gwalior, Vijayawada, Hyderabad, Dibrugarh, Haveri, Jabalpur, Faridabad, Imphal, Jabalpur, Patna, Murshidabad, Haldwani, Balangir, Balia, Hyderabad, Odisha, Lucknow, Sahnewal, Agra Palayam, Nagpur, then Chennai, Faridabad, Rattihalli, Palghar, Ajmer, Nandura, Hyderabad, Kollam, Kanpur, Salem. So all are these questions. I'm not. What I'm trying to tell you is why I'm talking in English. But if you feel you want some clarity in Hindi, I can give you that. But you have to put me in the chat. Okay. And I'm sure, as I mentioned, that registration is enough for you to get the recording session. Reason being very simple. Firstly, today, these days, it's monsoon going on, and I don't know whether internet connectivity is very good or bad. But if it is uploaded in YouTube and you can, speed up it 1.2x and come to faster thing. So it is dual to being in inconvenience. That's the reason whoever is possible, yeah, attend live, fine. But otherwise, my request is to go through the session, have your doubts cleared, and if in any case you feel that something is missed out, you definitely reach out to me on the WhatsApp. So now, what is the exam all about? Most of the time, everybody talks about this as a toughest exam, as a three-tier exam. It is a three-stage exam. So there is a prelims examination, which is the objective type question. It has two sets, that is paper one of general studies and paper two of qualifying nature, civil services aptitude test. And then who qualify this exam, they write the mains exam. Now there are 9 papers in the mains exam, whereas essay and general studies 4 paper, optional paper and language compulsory and language of the Indian official language. It is more about pen and paper based exam and absolutely a old model, old fashioned way of studying. That is, since last 100 years, it is the same pen and paper based. Then comes interview, personality test conducted by the board of experts, and this is usually we have this watching all this YouTube and all Instagram, the filmy interview, but no, this is not filmy interview. This is a board interview where you are the center of attraction and surrounded by eminent people understanding why you should be in the service. So now this entire process is, it spans from around 12 years, 12 months to 15 months, and from notification time to the final list. And that's why this becomes as a loop. So all of us are not aware, or I don't know. January, February month, the notification happens. UPSC has a website, Union Public Service Commission. All the information is there in the website. Nobody else can write anything around it. Please cross check always UPSC's website for the direct information. They release a calendar of the year, examination calendar, where they mention the notification date, last date for filling form, exam date, and reserve date or anything like that. For 2026, they have January 11, 2026 as the notification date, 3rd February 2026 as the last date of filling exam paper, and 24th May 2026 as prelims examination date, and 20 August 2026 as the mains exam. So these are already given. So we know that these are the pattern going to happen. So I hope this is very clear. There is no challenge on understanding any of this aspect of prelims, mains, and interview. These are the three stage, and this is where it becomes like a funnel. So like all the people who give prelims, out of which few qualify, out of which another few qualify. Prelims, then mains, then interview, then final list. Now, usually, if the the trend or whatever is mentioned in the notification, and notification is a gadget paper. Okay. And it is a legal paper. Vacancy, if vacancy is important to know, vacancy is say 1,000, then 10 to 12 times they will qualify for, no, then 3 times they will qualify for interview. So 3,000 will be called for interview. 10 to 12 times of vacancy will be called for mains. So 12,000 around will be called for mains. So the cutoff, when we talk of cutoff, sir, इसका cutoff क्या होगा, cutoff क्या होगा? See, vacancy जो भी है, whatever is the vacancy, that decides the number of people who are going to enter into the mains arena. So from when everybody has given the exam, they put it everything in the list from the top scorer to the bottom scorer. And from here, top onwards, they come to the 12,000 guy. That's it. Whatever is the number here is the cutoff. Anybody who claims that this will be the cutoff, that will be the cutoff, is all fake. There is no way of answering a formula for cutoff. We think when we talk of cutoff, we think that the minimum required to pass. That is the reason why maximum people fail. We have to think to do the best performance so that approximately we are in this region always qualifying the prelims. I hope this is clear. So from today onwards, if we see, today is 11th September, a very important day. And can anyone chat and say why 11th September is very important? What is important in 11th September? Anybody has any idea of history? Let me see how many of you are attentive as well. Any idea of what is there, what is important of 11th September? क्या है 11 सितंबर को? Okay. Now for 11 September is the 911 attack which happened in 2001 that changed the world order. That is the from the day from which the world order changed. US hegemony was challenged. Anyway, अभी आपको इंटरेस्ट नहीं है तो मैं क्या बोलूं? But you should remember such way every date has some speciality to it, and your memory power will increase like this only. So, just a second. मैंने एक if you have any question, you can just put it in the chat by the time I come back. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I have got a question on optional. What is the best optional subject for allied health science students? Now, if I tell you this is the best option, do you think you will take it. And what is my basis of telling that best option? For UPSC, all the subjects are equal. Okay. It is your curiosity of that subject where you can perform at a master level is required in optional. Most of the time, subjects which are not popular, like civil engineering, like any of these from the 42 other subjects, if people take it, while they might be the best at it, the problem is less number people take it during standardization, where UPSC standardizes all the subjects together, their marks get reduced, and that becomes unfair. Second, if you are preparing for an examination which already has a vast syllabus, if you prepare with an optional which is a separate syllabus than general studies and all that thing, no overlapping, you increase your burden of study. So, what is the smart work? Because we have to use the subjects to clear the exam, our curiosity will be there. So, many of the students usually take PSIR, political science and international relation, because GS it has overlap, or geography, or sociology, or history. And many of the IITs they focus on uh, mathematics or what do you call civil engineering or engineering kind of subject because they are good at it. So your choice of optional should be at your curiosity and availability of content with. And the best way to know is go to the UPSC website, check out the previous year paper. If you think with that paper you will stand on the top 5 people who are giving that exam, then you can go for it. If you have little bit doubt that कि अरे कॉलेज में ही नहीं पढ़ाई किया अब आगे जाके क्या पढ़ेंगे, then you there is no second thoughts. Your doubt itself will help you that you cannot qualify. Now coming to the topic ahead. So UPSC has been a very big challenge for many people because number one is the competition it has, the selection ratio, the success ratio, then whole unpredictability of syllabus, everything it seems under the earth comes over here, and then this loop of read, forget, revise, doubt, restart, which keeps on happening. This takes away lot of life, lot of time. So the enthusiasm kills, slowly goes away. The way you have started now, and by the time you are preparing for second or third or fourth attempt. So if you don't want to be falling in this trap, if you are watching it today for the first time my session, I must tell you this: you have to mend your ways. You have to clear the clarity of why you are giving this exam. If the purpose is not clear, why you want to achieve with this, you will keep on loitering around it. Nothing will happen. No exam will result into in a success result. You need to be very clear why should you be serving the nation under civil servants services. Why? That why has to be a very clear answer. And that I cannot answer for you, that you need to answer, because that answer is why you will wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You will do all the extraordinary extra effort which you have never done before to achieve that purpose, to achieve that goal. Something which will make the fire ignited for you. But otherwise, if you think regular coaching or any classroom or anything, studying like class 7th, 8th, 9th, I am doing studying, I am doing my assignment, I am giving my homework. If that will clear the exam, then no, it will not clear. One of the most important reason why first attempters fail is first of all, they feel that it is a book based examination. मैं किताब पूरा पढ़ लूंगा ना मुझे सब आ जाएगा, मैं सब कर लूंगा, खुद कर लूंगा, सब कुछ आ जाएगा. I will take the information from here and there. All the coaching notes are available outside. I'll buy it and everything. Now, all this thing is the reason why. Oh, first of all, when you don't know anything about it and you try to gather all the information about it, just collecting data becomes the time-consuming thing. यहाँ से भी information, वहाँ से भी information, यहाँ से भी data, यहाँ से भी pen drive, वहाँ से भी GB. So, first of all, your self-study habit is gone, and your normal critical thinking skills are gone. Then, as I told, this is an old pattern examination. You need to write, you need to revise. If you are not, the entire study does not is through eyes, it is through hands. The more you write, the more it enters your brain. That's the only logic. If you don't write, say, no, sir, is it okay if I just underline it? Why are you giving me an excuse? I can tell you on face, no, you'll fail. Will it look good? It will not look good. You'll say, what kind of person is this man? And you'll get angry on me. But doesn't matter. After 6 months, when the result comes, you'll fail automatically. Then you'll not have face to come and talk to me also. Why? Because you did not do something which is required and you yourself have now feeling bad about it. But even if knowing the answer, then I should have done pen and paper. Nothing new any teacher will tell or any mentor will tell. Everybody who has been successful in this game, they have written through their pen and paper. Then balancing which time what to study, when prelims to study, when mains to study, or only focus on what. This kind of thing is also not, only after failing and experience you come to know. But for first attempt it is like as if पहले prelim पूरा clear कर लेता हूँ फिर 3 महीने में mains कर लूंगा. Neither prelims get clear, neither mains. The opportunity to write mains only doesn't come. Then when you do self study in your isolation, staying at home or whatever, asking your friends to help you guide, how much experience they have? They have also failed the exam. So what happens is you are in the wrong company, wrong thought and ideology, and finally, one day or 2 day after that, the truth prevails. The truth always will come out, and that you are not able to clear. Time will go and run away. So these are the reasons why people fail. And I have also collated few questions, which all of you sent the questions are. One is this starting point. How do I begin? Where do the start and all that? Optional. I told you about optional right now. On road writing notes and answer writing, I'm just talking about it. Time management, how to overcome procrastination and maintain consistency. How do you stay motivated and what do you feel like giving up? Now, where do I begin and how do I start? See, this is a common challenge. There is never we'll start on Monday, we'll start on a fresh day. दशहरे के दिन शुरू करना चाहिए, गुरुवार के दिन शुरू करना चाहिए. All those things keeps on happening. Every year, every time, something or other thing keeps on happening. But the challenge is we never take that first step. I think you are straight away jumping. A question has come that can you explain the mains question paper? See, I think you're straight away jumping to something first clear prelims. Na? What will I explain? Open the mains question and see the instruction over there. But so I don't understand right now why should I explain mains question if I have not even explained you how to start. So you are ahead. Have you given exam before? Qualified it? Prelims. And you are trying to the question that just comes how many questions are compulsory, how many questions have choices. Let me tell you, UPSC is unpredictable. They will change it anything. There is no standard format. If 2025 had that format, 2026 will have some other format. But the question paper will remain of 250 marks. So don't bind yourself with such kind of a as if I told you in the initial level, like an exam of university or school. They don't follow that kind of trend. That's why they are unpredictable. So that would not be a good strategy to jump directly through mains. Let us first understand let all of us understand what is happening. How do you start? Okay, we are at that point where how do we start and how do we begin? So now these challenges keeps on happening. How do you start? How do you begin? Because all of you are at a different level. Many are fresher, many are working people, many are full-time aspirant, and most of the time, everybody and every search or every toppers they say do your NCRT first and then go with topic wise. Now this is absolutely good. Why? Because across the country, if any standardized syllabus of books which are available are NCRT books. That's the reason why they mention NCRT to start. But we have to learn NCRT not to see whether how much you have retained from the NCRT book, but we have to start NCRT to know the topics and the awareness about the topics. It doesn't matter if you have NCRT or if you have ICSC syllabus, however it is. The awareness about the topics matters. And if you see the schooling system, in the entire class 6 to class 12, they're actually talking about India. They're talking about India's various perspective through calling it as a subject, like social science, say, then you have polity or governance or geography or economy. So all they're talking about basic fundamental of the subject and how it is implementable in India. So that stays as the core element. And if you see the news and current affair which happens across every day, you will see these are around these areas. Today, when we talk about international diplomacy, India and US relation, so we do not just talk about what is happening recently. We see historically from the time when there was no connection between India and US, how did it all start? Did Mahatma Gandhi ever go to USA? Why did he not go to USA? Who was the first person to go to USA from India? Who was the first person to come from USA to India? So we start from that point when the country was made and how the things happened, what was the relation, and today where it has led to, and how does the future hold. So we talk about all the background, and that awareness is very important. And that comes from the current affairs, that is newspaper reading. So starting point is apart from NCRT, your newspaper or current affair reading. That is how it starts. Now, another question which keeps on coming is NCRT, sir. There is old NCRT, there is new NCRT, and there is latest NCRT. Now, imagine this point. Uh, when they say NCRT, they are not telling you to remember, no, go and learn the NCRT which is right now in the school. When you were in school, what was taught about it? You might be in the school last 5 years before or 3 years before, something like that. Whenever you give your first attempt, divide it by minus it by 5 years. That was the entire range of NCRT available that time. So your information should be around that. But why do we see NCRT again? I said the books are not important. Important is the topics they cover. And you might learn it through ChatGPT or might learn it through other internet source, but you should be aware what it covered. Now, in NCRT, we have Romila Thapar like historian writing books. They are not any much available in NCRT current students. But 19, when I was a student, history was written by Romila Thapar, R.S. Sharma. So those books are very important and precious because those are the people, excavators, historians who have written the history of India or who have written the narrative of the country's history. So understanding that was necessary, and that is why it is important to read books. Even if you don't read from NCRT, people will say read history book of Rabindranath Thapar, read ancient history by R.S. Sharma. They have separate books as well. NCRT had taken bites from their books and also invited them to create school books, school level books. So many times the information of school and the detailed information which is there in their original book are also not there. So how we have to do? We have to do whatever we have right now in NCRT. If you don't have NCRT book, don't worry. Try to see that you have a test series which completes NCRT. From every test series, you try to learn. That's enough. There will be test series by various organizations which they have a syllabus like they are covering NCRTs, Insight IAS or Vision IAS or like that. So you join them, do the test series, and learn from them, learn from questions. If you don't have the real books, objective is to have the knowledge and awareness, not to see कि ये क्वेश्चन इस किताब के इस पन्ने से आया. This is how the marketing is done. See, देखो पूरा straight छाप दिया उन्होंने. Obviously, they are also human. They will get somewhere to write something. But that doesn't mean that this is the going to be trend. Then everybody is trying to read NCRT by line by line. No, it doesn't happen that way. Now coming to the point. So now these all challenges led me to start this GS Foundation plan. And this foundation plan, which you have downloaded, I'm sure you have started also. You'll realize that it has a topic, a chapter. Currently, the way it is going on is a chapter of NCRT, a small video lecture and explanator, not a teaching class, but an explanator. what is important, what they are talking about. Then revision MCQs, to build their MCQs to understand the chapter revision. Then if there are mains question, although it is not started for you right now, but it will start, and various chapter notes for revision. Now I have put this as free. Many people are questioning why it is free, why it is free. Now the question is why it is free, because the many of us time, many of you feel that key the coaching prices is so high that I want to appear for this exam but I'm unable to. When I was a student, uh, one of the biggest fear which all of us had was, what if we don't qualify? Can we go for placements or it will become a drop year? During the same year, IITs of India, they announced, IITs and IIMs, that please go and attempt UPSC. At least for 2 attempts, you are allowed for placements. So that means even if you don't qualify for 2 attempts, you can come back to your college and start your career. Now that gave them boost to risk the 2 years. Whereas people like us found it very difficult because our colleges said that once you're out of college, finish. There's no more returning back. So what if, so we have our like, so it was like a circus trapezium where there is a safety net in UPSC for IITs and IIMs. So you will see maximum people actually jumping to prepare for it. And where other college, even if there is a talent, even if there is so much opportunity, because of the financial challenges, we cannot take much risk and we have to start our life as it is. So that era was different. Today we know many people are coming from very good families and they don't have challenges. But still, investing on a coaching where there is success ratio is very bad also is one of the reason why people don't even start. The reason for me to give it free, or basically it was priceless, is to actually encouraging you to start. So if you have this challenge saying that hum bhi kar lete hain, hum bhi ukhad lete hain, so please, it is there available. Start with it. Let us see if you can do it or not. Know yourself better. This journey of UPSC is not just about an exam. It is also knowing one's own self better. So the barrier is now broken and you can actually prepare, and that's why it's free. Now that what does it mean? Does it mean that it is whole and soul independently applicable? Can I do it like through only doing this? That I cannot guarantee because I do not know your capacity. I do not know your capability. I don't know your what good or bad or how you're curious and what is your motivation, right? Because there is no interaction as such. You just subscribe and you get an email. That's it. Which like in your 24 hours, I am asking for 1.5 hours of preparation. But if you're a serious candidate, you have your own plan. And this plan is to boost you and stay consistent. Remind you every day that yes, अगर मैं ये करता भी रहा धीरे 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 धीरे, I am going to cover up a whole lot of course and syllabus and preparation. So that's the reason it's free. But there is add-on, value-add things are there, where there will be test series, there is mentorship which is paid, there is answer writing evaluation which is paid. There's other things. Now that all depends only when you feel that with interacting with Abhilash, I'm able to get a great clarity. But otherwise, when it comes to course, the course itself is enough. For 15 months, you will get all the details, all the course completion of entire foundation program. It is all about general studies, not about optional, only general studies. Okay, in general studies, we have prelims, CSAT, and then we have for GS paper 1, GS paper 2, GS paper 3, GS paper 4, essay, language paper, and then interview, like that. So this is about the course. Now, I also want to show you the many of you who when you see the ad in the WhatsApp or in the Instagram, you put it a chat to me on the WhatsApp, and I send you a form link to click. Many of you see that the links are not clickable. Actually, WhatsApp has increased its security, so you have to either save the number or put a scroll down and say OK, so that the link shows. When you go to the link, people fill the form at the link and that's it. They feel that that is complete. No, this is not exactly uh, you know what is there. So if you can see my screen now, this is the main website. So this is the form. You fill the form and you click join now. It says successful registration, but please confirm your email, right? So where the confirmation email happens, the email ID which you have put through over here, that you have to go and see in the spam box. Many a time it enters into the spam box. What is there in the spam box? It says Elevate IS, confirm your subscription. This is the title of the subject title of the email sent from study@reviseforis.com. Here it says click here to please confirm your email address. The moment you click here, only then the confirmation happens that this is a human, not a bot, and your email ID is confirmed. If you have put a wrong email ID or spelling mistake is there, then you understand you will not get the mail itself. So you have to put the right email. Again, if you don't confirm within 24 hours, the validation link also expires. So you have to email valid, confirm then and there. And then you get an email like this that welcome aboard and all this thing. So there is a link which says, but you have to save this link. Doubt clearing session happens on second Tuesday of the month, and you have to save this Zoom link. This is then there's a separate community for the Telegram and WhatsApp announcement. Most of the time, rather than sending individually, which is difficult and cumbersome, I send in group in these community, and I send an email as well. So if anything missing out, then it's your responsibility, not mine. Second, I track for you to around 40 to 50 days. If your open rate is not there, you're not opening the mail, because this is a very precious program and it is free, and I want needy candidates to utilize it. I myself throw you out rather than you unsubscribing, because I would request only serious aspirant to take benefit of such program. So just subscribing does not end it, but you have to work hard as well. So what happens is you get emails like this where we start program every day. So there is a lesson, video lesson. There is a chapter note. There is the original chapter which is there, revision practice MCQ. Then wherever possible, CSAT practice, CSAT learning, CSAT practice question, CSAT advanced practice question, current affair, everything which is required. Your foundation is built brick by brick, not in one day, but in the period of 15 months. Okay. So that's how this is there. So you get email every day at morning 5 a.m. Whenever you wake up, whatever is your day schedule, you plan accordingly when I should be able to do it. It is very difficult to stay attentive for more than 20-25 minutes in current world. So you ensure that you are able to break your time, learning time, in a slot of 20-25 minutes, and do the activities. If you have any challenge which is regarding the study challenge, you can submit your doubt. I respond to them. And also on the weekly, monthly call, I respond to them, even it's a learning doubt. Anything, if for example, there is a mistake in some question or some challenge is there, study plan issue, you can give a feedback to me or directly click on WhatsApp and communicate with me. I respond back within 24 hours or as and when I'm free, but I do respond. So this is what is about the uh, GS Foundation Plan. So I hope this is very clear. All of you have enrolled, and I consider you as my student, and I ensure that we if you are preparing hard, then I prepare harder for you, and your precious time which you are investing has a worth of at least giving this exam at the best form. Nobody can guarantee a success, but we can guarantee hard work. So the best way to use this foundation program is, whether because it comes daily to you for the next 15 months. So you should have a daytime, a scheduled time, like like the day you wake up and do brushing, you take bath or you have breakfast. So you have time slot for it. Similarly, you create a time slot for yourself so that there is no backlogs and you are able to do things regularly. Try to create a notebook of learning notebook. Wherever the mistakes happen, you learn immediately, write those mistakes, and it stays as a brain recaller for you, that okay, I learned it, I had a mistake. Before every 7 days or every Saturday night or Sunday, you have to see whatever you read through the entire week, you revise it and keep it ready for your brain. These are some of the best way. I also would like to talk about the mentorship program. Yes, see, the free foundation program which comes through email is a structured email. It has monthly question and answer, and it has you have to track your own progress, and answer evaluation model answers will be provided. And there is no one-to-one session as such. It's a group session like we have right now. And somebody who's starting now, it's fine. You start the thing until unless you actually are very, very moved for this exam, or exam is next year, you you may not be finding it very good for a paid mentorship program. But for the personalized attention program, like a personalized trainer in a gym, so this is a paid mentorship program, and it happens every weekly. There is a session, current affairs session, which happens, which you don't attend. Also, you get a recording, and there is one-on-one session can be demanded. Your progress is tracked. Your personalized system of program is managed or created. And then there is regular guidance, obviously, whenever whichever challenge happens in the exam part. And I would suggest it for especially repeaters and people who are failing it and who need it. Because again, it's not a scalable model that I can't do it for lakhs of people. But yes, people who actually need it, especially last attempt or repeaters, they might benefit it. But I also understand, without experiencing, how do you think somebody will want to take it? So, entire September month, the internship, the mentorship sessions are free for you to attend. It happens on Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you miss out on the session, then on Wednesday, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m., there's a discussion session. And you have to attend it and see whether it benefits or adds on to your value or not. Otherwise, the mentorship is priced at 3,000 rupees per month, uh, or for 15 months, or 15,000 rupees in one time for entire 15 months. Apart from that, I would also like to announce for people who are right now appearing or for getting ready for UPSC Prelims 2026, there is a Prelims introspection workshop which is happening on September 21, 2025. Here, I'm going to take you through the entire prelims paper of 2025, paper 1 and paper 2, and we are going to understand your analysis, where you went wrong, whether you actually knew it or you faked it, or you were knowledge gap or overconfidence, whatever it is. So we will have I will be doing the exam with you, and we will do a tracker with you. So this will allow us to know exactly where your lackings are, where are the gaps are, and that's how your next attempt will be improved upon. And this is a paid session of 200 rupees workshop. But for GS Foundation people, they will attend the workshop. Payment link will be shared with them later to pay. So the who should attempt, especially people who are failing prelims repeatedly. There needs to be a change in way of studying and approach. And I feel that is where they should come on and be a part of it, repeaters. And the last mail in the evening, which I've sent from uh, hello at Elevate IS, where the link is there to register for the program. You can see the registration link over there. And this is going to actually help you know your strength and how do you manage your examination. Create your personalized action plan at the end of it, and basically, the lack of motivation why you are unable to crack it. Now, apart from this, I think uh, everything starts from day one, and today is the day to start. And uh, so I would say if you have not yet enrolled in the foundation plan, do enroll it today. It's a very small step, but it is going to impact. Consistency is the game's most important skill. It is not perfection that we want to achieve, but consistency every day, whatever time you have decided, your discipline, your approach will create that aura or impact for you, and creating a process. So I have created a process for you, and trust the process. It will definitely work for you. So let's start this journey together. And now, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm open for questions. That's there with today's session. And I don't feel that I should be overloading you with any other such information. This session is only mostly for people who have just started their enrolled program, and for GS Foundation program. At least go through 21 30 days of this program each day. See how much you're able to do. And then you can schedule your one-on-one call. You know, it is 51 rupees plus GST. A cup of coffee's cost for you to understand and help. How do you take the best out of it? Talking with mentor. And I'm the mentor here. And apart from that, I would suggest that there are few books, e-books, whose link I have shared, where the micro syllabus, the strategy for prelims, the strategy for mains, like that I've written. So you can buy through those are all special rates for GS Foundation student, and you can check them out. The links are there in your WhatsApp itself. Yeah. So somebody who is preparing for 27, 28, the 15 months foundation timeline is enough. Please be very careful about your optional. What is your optional? Because I while the 15 months time for foundation is fine, but the optional has to be completed within this 15 months as well. So you see that if you have started for 2027 who are appearing, or 2028, they might
Uh,
be in the college today.
good,
So
good evening, sir.
yeah.
सर मेरा ऑप्शनल इंग्लिश लिटरेचर इट विल बी
हाँ, तो
इन
आप उसको देखिए, आप उसे कैसे कंप्लीट करेंगे, उसके लिए क्या नोट्स बनाएंगे, पेपर वन, पेपर टू, हाउ विल यू टेक द रिविजन, हाउ मेनी टाइम्स प्रीवियस ईयर पेपर, हाउ मेनी प्रीवियस ईयर पेपर यू विल राइट, एंड यू नो यू ट्राई टू कंप्लीट एवरीथिंग विद इन दैट 15 months. इट्स नॉट दैट कि आप खाली जीएससी करते रह गए, और एनी ऑप्शनल टेक्स 4 to 5 months for quality preparation. So I am asking you to that when I say foundation program is for 15 months, it's actually including your optional thing. आप 20 months मत कर देना उसको. पहला फाउंडेशन वो कोर्स होगा विद ऑप्शनल, फिर उसके बाद का रिवीजन 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 टेस्ट सीरीज रिवीजन. दैट्स हाउ यू शार्प योर skill and edges of information. Did you get my point?
Yes, sir.
And your English literature, is it your graduation subject as well?
Yes, sir. It is my.
So then fantastic. Then you have your your academic requirements and where do they match up. So that way it is fantastic. So you have to see your time management. But yeah, previous year's question paper is very important. You see that your preparation even at your college or graduation level is at UPSC level. Don't compare it with your आसपास के students.
Okay, sir. I'll get it on my way. Yeah.
Any more questions we have? Today's session is more towards generic session. I don't want to uh, give it a clear this thing where you take कि बहुत ज़्यादा ही information load कर दिया. Somebody had asked about the mains paper and mains question. I would suggest open up the mains paper and see the pattern as which for their subject what they're asking. But it changes actually. UPSC has this smart way of making things unpredictable. So वही 10 question होगा उसको 2 bit में बांट देंगे, like that. So there is no standard this thing that if I say something, sir आपने तो ऐसे बोला था, मेरे बोलने से कुछ नहीं, यूपीएससी जो करना चाहे वो करेगा. We have to be ready for that uncertainty. Any more questions for the day, or anything, anywhere you feel, any slides? Okay, there are a few questions which always comes. Sir, I want to prepare for IPS. I want to prepare for some particular service. Let me tell you this, that civil services examination is an examination for job, and around 19 services are there inside it. IAS, IPS, and Indian Forest Services are called All India Services. Apart from that, other are called Central Services. For Indian Forest Services, the prelims is same, but the mains exam and interview exams are different. So people who feel that I want to prepare for IPS, they don't have a separate syllabus. They have to just perform very well in this examination so that their ranks is around 200 and they can take a service of their choice. Similar with IAS or Indian Foreign Services. See, the number of vacancies are always different every year wise. So one cannot guarantee which year will be your lucky year. There is no standard intake as such कि हर साल 100 आईएएस चाहिए कि हर साल 200 आईपीएस चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं होता है. All the states give their requirements to UPSC, and that accordingly they put it as a sum as requirement. Any more question? Another question was on medium of examination. So UPSC, you might see the prelims examination has two medium only, English medium and Hindi medium. The paper is written in that. So even if you have your regional medium, you have to give the exam MCQ in either of these two medium. When it comes to mains examination, you can choose to write in your own language. And when it comes to interview, you can choose to talk in your own language. That is how the uh, language policy of UPSC is. But when it comes to my teaching, I speak only for English medium because my content which I have is English medium. I prepared in English medium, and the expertise which is needed for every medium has its one, to be at the top notch. You need that kind of a mindset and experience. So for me, it is English medium. So if you don't stand out at the first 1% or 0.1%, you don't actually stand out. So that is the reason why choosing any subject, choosing any decision making which comes in this exam, one has to think like that. अगर मैं ज्योग्राफी ले रहा हूँ या ले रही हूँ, अगर मैं देश के सर्वोत्तम ज्योग्राफी बच्चों जैसे नहीं करूँगी, if I don't do as the top 1% of the geography student, then there is no point taking this subject. काम चलाओ नहीं चलता है. अभी ले लेते हैं, बाद में देखेंगे. The बाद में देखेंगे attitude will not have the UPSC or the civil services aspirants need to have that kind of attitude. जो ले रहे हो, this is the decision they have taken, and that's how the action has to be taken accordingly. So these are for certain questions. I'll just run through the questions once again. If I, because I did collate everything, but in case I missed out on anything, I will just run through it. Preparation strategy, how to prepare notes, guidance, how to start Kannada possible, which subject were mains. Okay, then I spoke about the language. How to pick optional, I spoke. How to start and about optional, I did speak. In the procrastination, not sticking to plan. Now, this is very common, and when that happens, we basically try to break the things into module, take a timer, make 5 minutes of work, and you see that you stick to that. Slowly, your progress will help you stay motivated. If you think of a big, एक दिन में मैं 40 पेज कर लूंगा, and then neither एक पेज में नहीं होता, then you feel guilty and never that moment starts of starting the 40 page. So, pressure eligible for 20 after internship. I didn't understand this question. Time management and procrastination, I spoke about it. Then I am starting the daily updates. From where to start understanding the exam. Test series available. Yeah. So now for the prelims, people who are giving 2026. So see, every GS foundation plan, every month there is a test series which comes to it. So you get that. Irrespective of your preparation, it is a full test series as if that current update and everything is there. It comes to you. Second is for people who are appearing the this year examination 2026. Paid test series starts on October 5th, 25 test series. And this is where, that cumulative, there will be every Sunday, what is going to be the syllabus, what is going to be the test coming for revision and all that thing. That will be launching for my test series, I'm talking. Elevate IS test series. Okay. So that will start from 5th of October. And first, you attend the 21st September session. Understand what went wrong. Figure out what went. We will not do the same mistake. अगर वही करना है तो मेरे साथ आगे पढ़ने का क्या मतलब है? जाओ यार, हर जगह अवेलेबल एवरीथिंग है. If we are here, then we are going to improve from the last year. That's the only logic. So if that with that aptitude, I'm actually doing my mentoring. काम चलाओ मैं कर ही नहीं रहा कुछ. I really don't feel that I should have thousands of students. No. दो बच्चे भी हो लेकिन दो के दो 100% सामने आने चाहिए in the list. That should be the dedication. So I'm also looking for that kind of aspirants that who can actually मेरे साथ भी ताल से ताल मिला पाए. Because you are youngster, I feel that is easily doable for you. Because you are driven by the purpose and the goal. Not I'm not saying that कि एग्जाम हो जाएगा. I have this logic. अगर आप 15,000 MCQs पेपर वन में करोगे और 10,000 MCQ पेपर टू में करोगे विद इन द 3 months टाइम, March, April, and May, 100% you will qualify prelims because your brain will be conditioned for doing it. सही करोगे, मतलब यानी गलत ऐसे खाली करे जा रहे हो बिना चेक किए. द नंबर हैज टू सी दैट यू आर ऑल्सो नोइंग, लर्निंग फ्रॉम दैट कि कहाँ गलत हो गया, मुझे क्या याद नहीं आ रहा, क्यों मुझसे बस गलती हो रही है, व्हाट आर माय सिली मिस्टेक, क्या हो रहा है, लाइक दैट. मेंटरशिप एंड डेली क्वेश्चंस कभी द डेली मेल कम्स दैट इज इनफ. मेंटरशिप वीकली इज इनफ. ओवरबोर्ड क्यों करना. So that's it from my end. If you have any questions, I kind of try to fulfill your basic this thing I mentioned about this. This workshop is very important, especially repeaters. I'm telling you, अगला attempt waste नहीं जाने देने का है. अगर अगले attempt में नहीं हो रहा है, डोंट गो बाय दिस मोटिवेशन का किसी का 5 अटेम्प्ट में हो रहा है, किसी का 6 अटेम्प्ट में हो रहा है. ऐसा सबके साथ नहीं होता है. We do not see the picture of 99% people who fail all the 6 attempts and what difficult life they have. Let me tell you this. Nobody shows it. Success has thousand fathers. Failure is an orphan child. The reason being saying that is many people feel very, very depressive state because of this. मैं नहीं चाहता ऐसा आपके साथ हो. You are a talent. अगर यहाँ नहीं तो आगे भी होगा रास्ता. That's the reason I'm here. I mentioned in the initial stage that I'm a change maker and I'm not just talking about UPSC. I've done things for employability of the nation. So many things are there. The world is big. Life is big. But अगर आपने अभी ठाना है कि हमें यूपीएससी करना है, so 2 years you're giving that time, so give it honestly. अपने बच्चों को, अपने पोता पोती को आप बोल पाओगे हाउ डेडिकेटेडली आई डिड इट. दैट्स द जिस्ट शुड बी. अपने अंदर थोड़ा सा भी डिसऑनेस्टी नहीं होना चाहिए था. यार लोगों को दिखाने के लिए बोल दिया कि मैं अभी यूपीएससी दे रहा हूँ, जस्ट फॉर द शो ऑफ, कि टैग कर दिया एस्पिरेंट्स लाइफ. ऐसा नहीं होता. बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट टू योर डिसीजन और थिंग्स लाइक दैट. सो दिस वर्कशॉप इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर पीपल हु आर रिपीटिंग द एग्जाम. If you are not one of them and if you know people who are doing it, you should let them know. And especially people who have enabled to the free foundation program. देखिए, I have all the trust. मैं एक वैल्यू मैंने रखा हुआ है वहाँ पे बिकॉज आई विल डू अ normal organic campaign also where people will pay and come. But because you are my already student, foundation student, I would want you to attend this session. And if you feel it values add to you, you pay it. Link will be given to you. If you feel नहीं हुआ काम का या मैंने अटेंड ही नहीं किया तो कोई बात नहीं. The registration link for this is sent to you over email, and also in next 2 3 days you'll get mails and WhatsApp and other forwards. So with this, I feel we are done for today. Uh, Any more questions? Let me know. Thank you for your attention and attentive span.